Hello, welcome to Chuckadelphia. Thank you for coming by. Tonight, you're going to take a look at my first video on fun with pronunciation. Okay, I'm going to make quite a few of these videos, but tonight, episode 1 is going to focus on something called heteronyms. Okay, so if you're not sure what a heteronym is, sit back, relax, and come along with me for this ride. Okay? So, a heteronym is when we have a word that is spelled the same way as another word, but it has a different sound and meaning. Okay? Such as polish, which means that we make something smooth and glossy by rubbing it. Like shoes. When people walk on the street and they hire someone to rub a rag on their shoes to make them look new and shiny, that is polish, right? We can polish furniture, silverware, cars, floors, fingernails, toenails, nail polish, right? And then we have Polish, which is spelled the same way. And Polish is something relating to Poland. Okay, it could be the Polish language, Polish food, Polish tradition, etc. Right? So these two are heteronyms. Now come along with me and check out some other heteronyms that we have here. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at wind and wind. Okay, now wind relates to a movement of air. Okay, there's a lot of wind outside, right? And then wind is when we wrap something around something else. Okay, so I want you to think of a video cassette, back from the Blockbuster video days, right? The tape would wind around the spool. And when you were finished watching the tape, you would press rewind. Okay, and that's where that word comes from. So we have wind and wind, right? Good. So now we're going to take a look at the simple past of wind, which is wound. Okay, so I wound a piece of string around my finger, right? It's the simple past of wind. And then we have wound, which is another word, which is a noun for an injury. Okay, so sometimes you may see an article that says 3 people were injured. 3 people were injured, right? Sorry. And then you might also see 3 people were wounded. Okay, 3 people had wounds, right? So you'll hear that quite a bit. But you see here, they're heteronyms because they're spelled the same way, but they have different pronunciation and they have different meanings. Okay? Now, let's take a look at estimate and estimate. Okay? Estimate is when we develop an approximate judgment or calculation of something, the value, amount, time, size, or weight of something. Okay? So I estimate that this phone weighs probably a half a pound. Probably, right? That's the verb. But the noun is pronounced estimate. 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 Right? And the estimate is the noun form of estimate. So my estimate the weight of this phone was a half a pound. Okay? So see how similar they are? But different in pronunciation. Then we have object and object. Okay? To object is when you offer a reason in opposition. When you oppose something, okay? I object to anything he has to say. He doesn't know enough about the subject. I oppose it. Right? And then object, which is anything that is visible or tangible or something that is the reception of a thought or an action, right? And you should know this from sentence structure, right? So we have subjects, verbs, and then objects, right? Okay, very good. Now we have content, which means happy. I am very content that you are here. And then we have content, which is something that is contained, okay? What is the content inside this container? It smells like orange juice. And then we have the object or subjects of a book. What is the content of the new Stephen King book? Well, I don't know. Significance or meaning of something, okay? So, content and content, okay? Very good. Now, we have tear and tear, okay? Tear as a verb is when that liquid comes out of your eye when you're not feeling happy, when you feel sad. Okay, we commonly put tear with up. Okay, I'm tearing up right now because you're watching my video. It means a lot to me. Okay, and then tear can also be a noun. Why does she have tears coming down her face? What did he say to her? Okay, And then the other one is tear, okay? So, you see this napkin here? I'm going to tear it. I'm ripping it, okay? So, to tear is when you rip something, and when you actually rip something, it has a tear. Okay, so we have tear and tear. You got it, dude? Okay, very good. So, then we have graduate, is simply when you finish school, university, high school, college, graduate school, PhD program, maybe even a training program, okay? And once you graduate, they then call you a graduate, okay? Graduate, graduate, all right? Then we have two words, okay? Now, as a verb, this word is pronounced close with a Z, right? And that simply is the opposite of open. So my hand is open, now it's closed, right? Open, close, open, close. And then we have close, which it means near. Okay, it could be physical or it could be like emotional. Like I am close to my brother, okay? Or I live close to my brother. All right? Understand? Very good. And much in the same way as those two words, the verb here has a Z sound at the end. Excuse. Okay? Excuse me, I'd like to get by now. Okay? To judge, to regard, or judge with forgiveness. Excuse me, pardon me. That's what that means, right? And then noun, as the noun, it's pronounced excuse. Excuse. I have no excuse for being late. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me, please? Can you please forgive me? All right, so excuse and excuse, right? All right, good. So now let's practice. I'm going to read these sentences to you and pay attention to the pronunciation of the heteronyms so that you understand whether I'm using the noun or the verb or the adjective, etc. Right? Okay. So, the wind is strong today. I need to wind this rope around my arm. I wound a rope around my arm. We have to treat this wound before it gets infected. We estimate it will take 2 hours for us to arrive to Pittsburgh. The mechanic gave us an estimate on how much it will cost to fix the car. Are you sitting down? It's going to cost an arm and a leg. Mechanics are rarely cheap, right? You know that, right? Okay. I object to what the witness is saying. I was not at the party that night. I swear. I saw a deer on my way to work. Now, what is the object in that sentence? Well, the subject is I, the verb is saw, and the object is deer. Isn't that right, dear? Yeah, you got it. Okay. Are you content with your life? Are you exactly where you wanted to be right now? If not, why not? Why aren't you content? What do you need to do to be content in your life? Okay? This essay has potential, but you have to work on its content. Content? Content. Okay? I graduate from Harvard in May. I will be a graduate in June. I hate it when I tear my pants in public. I have a tear in my pants. Mindy tears up whenever she listens to a Justin Bieber song. There are tears coming down your face. Your makeup is ruined, John. There is no excuse for what you did. Apologize right now, or I'm leaving. Excuse me, I need the restroom. This store is going to close in 20 minutes. Let's hurry up and buy what we came for. I live close to my brother. I can hear him when he burps. Okay, do you know what a burp is? Well, I'll let you find that out. See, gas leaves the body in two ways. One way is through the mouth, that's a burp. And the other way is, well, I'll let you look that up. If you know what it is, write it down in the comment box after you watch this video. Okay? So, that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining us in Chuckadelphia for this video on pronunciation and heteronyms. As always, make sure you like the videos, subscribe to my Chuckadelphia YouTube channel, click on the notifications bell, spread the word to your friends and family. Anybody that's studying or teaching English, please inform them to join the Chuckadelphia movement on YouTube. I hope to have many big things coming this way. Ask questions, give comments or examples for feedback, and let me know any suggestions you may have for future videos, okay? And a special thanks to Scott Cassidy and Jose Andres for providing the 2 pictures that I used in this video, for allowing me to use their very cool pictures, okay? So thank you very much for watching. Once again, Carpe Diem. This is Chuck from Chuckadelphia, Team Infinite English Academy. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao.